Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for October 12, 2009. This is Patrick Ceresna. First off, as always, we take a look at the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange traded fund symbol SPY. And we were talking about that flagging formation developing last week, saying that if that 103 to 105 support level ends up holding, then in fact we could see that counter rally come all the way back up to the previous highs. Really at this stage, this can extend all the way up into the 110 to 112 area, so there still may be even another 5% rally from here, but in the bigger picture, we are looking for a market top to develop. The one thing I want to emphasize, market tops are a process, not an event, and so we may end up having a lot of these false starts and whipsaws back and forth, but overall, we don't believe that the market at this stage is going to progress beyond these points without some sort of bigger picture correction occurring. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is a symbol JLO. We're seeing a similar flagging formation occurring here in the regional banks, but there is not a lot of follow through on the upside the way we are seeing in the S&P 500. We more than likely can still see this follow through on the upside right up into that 20.5 to 21.5 area as well. There is a measured move that can extend all the way to the 22 area, so we can even have a slight break on the upside, but overall we think that the regional banks are going to top out here as well. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex, which is the symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies, and what we've seen here again is that flagging formation that we're seeing in a lot of other charts. We are getting that follow through a little bit on the upside. If the S&P does continue that momentum all the way up to the 1100 to 1120 area, then we're going to more than likely see the Syndex attempt to test the completed measured move up into the 119 to 125 area on the upside. But again, we don't see a lot of upside, just a very short-term swing higher. But we are forecasting a lot of the other indices, we are looking for this to top out up here as well. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is the symbol RUF. And what we've noticed here is that the home builders had a very dramatic pullback, and the counter rally is relatively weak in comparison. Typical of a topping formation is that there's less and less sectors that participate in the rallies higher, and certainly one of the ones that has shown very strong reversals and is the home builders. More than likely, we will not see a higher high on these home builders. We can't rule out the possibility that we go all the way up and create another test of that 1125 to 1150 area. But more than likely, I don't think that the home builders will even make it all the way back up to the previous highs. There might be a temporary overshoot above this 10 to 10 and a quarter area, but overall, we think that this is a sector that has already put in its tops. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is a symbol FUM. We created that top up in that 102 to 105 zone and subsequently created that flagging formation. The rally out of the flag has actually been very robust. There is definitely potential for continued follow through up in the natural gas index. Our measured move actually is up into the 110 to 115 area, so that's where we're looking for this to make a push up into right now. And finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is the symbol UKX. And as well, we created a very shallow flagging formation right at that 510, 520 focal point. And really at this stage, it's breaking on the upside. This particular index has had a lot of momentum on the way up, and more than likely will make that push higher. But one thing that we're going to be trying to observe here is whether or not there's a distinct loss of momentum as it's making these pushes higher. If it is, then that will continue to confirm our outlook that all of these indices are topping out. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.